So I bought a custom Xbox One from eBay. Now this is not the first custom Xbox I've bought from eBay, but this one, to be honest, looks the worst. Now it's called custom because it has a cutout window in the console with some RGB lights that shine through. But if you look at the pictures, it doesn't look so great. So we're gonna open this thing up and see what it looks like and test it out and that sort of thing. So here's the box, and first of all, it's probably okay, but it's bulging a little bit. So hopefully that means the bulging part is from bubble wrap, but we're about to find out. And I'll be honest, I definitely overpaid for this thing. I watched it come down in price like each week for like a month or two, but I really just wanted to pick it up and do a video on it because it looks so interesting. And I've actually done a couple other videos on custom Xboxes that I bought from eBay. One was a Series S, another one was a Xbox One, and I actually have a couple other ones I've already purchased that I'm just waiting to do videos on. But let's go ahead and see what's in here. I don't even think it included a Xbox One controller, so that's kind of disappointing. But here's the power cable, and I can already tell it's not an official power cable. Not a big deal because it's a pretty standard power cable for the Xbox One. And then here's the console. It is bubble wrapped, so that's good to see. And it's actually a digital version if I remember correctly, so that kind of sucks, but I'm pretty sure I paid more for this custom digital version than if you just bought the standard one. But oh well, we'll find out what's in here. Now, first thing I noticed when I start unwrapping the bubble wrap is it actually has a USB cord sticking out, so that means they strung some RGB lights into it but didn't actually tie it internally. It's just a cable coming out that plugs into the USB port, which is it's fine, but you know, not great. And now I know the other custom ones I've purchased haven't been perfect, but just from looking at the pictures, they looked a whole lot better than this one. And I'm not trying to like diss the person that made this or anything. It's better than I could have made, but it's just it's kind of cool to see the custom things people build. All right, so we're finally almost done with the bubble wrapping. It's a good problem to have. I like to see lots of bubble wrap, and yeah, that's even worse. That is rough, guys. First of all, it looks really weird because there's no drive in there because it's the digital version, so there's no disk drive. It just goes straight down to the motherboard, and there's just, you know, like 3 inches of empty space. First of all, you got this cable that's just running from the back all the way to the front, obviously pretty sloppy. And then let me just zoom in on this window real quick. Yes, here you go, guys. I mean, I'll just let you guys see this, but it's really jagged all the way around, and clearly it doesn't take an expert to see that that's crooked a bit. I mean, especially on this side, it's just, you know, bumping back and forth, not even close to being a clean cut. But yeah, and then you can see the LEDs are just strapped to the hard drive. That's probably not the best place to strap the LEDs to, and it just uses tape. It's not even glue, not even hot glue, just straight up masking tape. That's yeah, it's an interesting choice. And then if we zoom out some, we've got our remote right here, which more masking tape. And basically use this to control the RGB LEDs. So you point it in and you can change it from red, orange, blue, green, that sort of thing. And so I'm zoomed in here one more time because I want to take a look at the right hand side, which there's a big divot or like groove down there. Like they started to cut but didn't finish. So that's interesting to see. And then also up here, I can't tell if that's just like dirt or what. But like, to be honest, I don't know why people always send these custom consoles out without cleaning them. Like clearly you could have just wiped this thing down. I mean, there's like tons of dirt over here, back there, over here. All you gotta do is wipe it down and get the dirt off. It's not even, like, they're not even trying. Let me go ahead and take this out, and we'll take a closer look at this console. Yeah, even the front. As you can see, there's dirt all over the front on both sides. And then here on the bottom, classic, we're missing 3 rubber feet. We've got one right there, and then these 3 are missing. I don't know why those things always go missing, but it's like one of my biggest pet peeves is missing the rubber feet, because then your console rocks around. This side actually looks okay. And then here on the back, oh, wow, that's rough. It looks like they were gonna try to run the cord through here, and then decided like, nah, I'm gonna run it through the back right here. Yeah, I don't have many words for that. And again, it looks pretty dirty on the back. Now the 2 sides actually look okay, but other than that, this thing looks not so great. So let's go ahead and plug it in, and we'll see if it even turns on. Now, before I plug this console in, I just wanted to mention my website, jrebgaming.com, where I sell consoles, games, that sort of thing. Got 3 Game Boy Advance SPs that'll be going up soon. I have tons of games that are going up as well. These are just a tiny little selection. Got some GTA games, Evil Dead for the PS2. I have, you know, a ton of NES games, ton of different stuff. Got some Pokemon games that I just got, all authentic for the DS and 3DS. And yeah, just check it out if you want to buy anything. And if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get discount codes. I have a discount code every single day, so check that out. And I'll probably resell this on the site as well. I'll sell it for, you know, a lot cheaper than what I bought it for. But yeah, check it out. So we have everything plugged in right now, and as you can see, real dirty on the front and the top, and just super jagged right there. I mean, you saw that earlier, but let's go ahead and turn this thing on and see what it does. All right, so I had actually not plugged in the power cord yet, but I got it plugged in now, and as you can see, the lights immediately come on. Let's go ahead and turn on the console. So basically, the lights are not controlled by the power to the console. They just come on if they're plugged into the USB port. And it does look like we have life now. Let's go ahead and try to connect a controller. Like I said, this one did not come with a controller, but I have, plenty of spare controllers, so we'll try this out. Now, to be honest, the console sounds a bit loud. It sounds like it's coming from the fan. I have heard that some Xbox One S consoles have fan issues, or at least not really issues, but they just sound loud, so maybe that's what's going on there. So we'll just start by booting up this console and testing out a game, and then we'll take a closer look at this window here, and then I'll actually open up everything and we'll take a look at it. Looks like there's nothing downloaded, so let me log in and we'll download a game. So we're in the middle of an update, and while we're waiting, I'll just go ahead and give you basically a sample of how this thing works. So off, on, you can change colors. Actually, the range is pretty good. I just got to get above the window and it triggers. So as you can see, you got your purples, your blues, your greens, some lighter blues, orange. You can do warm white, soft white, cool white. You can increase the brightness, make it dimmer. And as you can see the LED straight through the window. Now, what I think is the right way to do this is to string the LEDs around the outside so that you can't actually see the LEDs in here, but you see like a nice glow. Clearly, that's not what happened here. Now, this is a fade between colors. You got that. So I'll just be quiet now. We can kind of just scroll through some colors real quick. Alright, so there you go. That's how it works. Pretty straightforward. Now let's go ahead and finish this update and I'll come back. So I downloaded Minecraft Dungeons and we're just going to try it out and just make sure the game works. I mean, we're booted up and we downloaded the game. I can't imagine why the game would not work, but we'll try it anyway. Alright, so we're booted up and everything seems to work just fine, and we're going to go ahead and turn the Xbox off now, and I'm actually going to open up the console. We're going to take a look inside and see what's up with it. And actually, one thing I wanted to point out real quick is if you look at this window right now, it looks like it has some smudging underneath the window. It's kind of hard to see from this angle, but honestly, it's kind of hard to see from any angle, but just wanted to point that out. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's going on inside of it. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. If I remember correctly, we just go to the bottom and basically need to snap the bottom piece off and take out a few screws, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I'll just pop this thing off and I'll come back once I'm done. So we got the bottom off, which is not too difficult, just had to pry up all the sides. And now we need to take out some screws. I'm pretty sure we take out the green screws, but it looks like they might have replaced some green screws with some other random screws. Like as you can see, the green screws have like a flat top, and the other screws also have a flat top, but they're not green. But I see some that are rounded on top, which I don't think it comes with rounded screws. So it looks like they must have lost some of the green screws and replaced them. Yeah, so I took out the silver screws, and as you can see, they got a rounded top, and they're actually Phillips head instead of the specialty screws that these use. But I guess they found an almost identical screw, which I guess it works. Let's go ahead and take off the entire bottom now. And the back right here is actually just already snapped off. That's nice. And that's where they routed the cables. And here we go. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. So first of all, on the top, we have our acrylic glass or plastic, whatever you want to call it. That's definitely plastic. And it's got a little bit of hot glue on the sides, but honestly, not much at all. There's some under the glass here. There's some under the glass here. There's some under the sides and to the sides here. And it looks like they actually cut the hole out different than what they planned, because they have some Sharpie that went around there. That's kind of interesting to see. And of course, that's what it looks like from the top, which is great and all. And then down here on the actual circuit board, as you can see, well, first of all, that piece looks a bit bent. And then usually on the Xbox One S, you'd have your disk drive right there. Obviously, that's missing because it's the all digital version. And then you got your LEDs that run basically just around here. And like I said, they're just strapped in with tape, which is kind of interesting. Usually you would want to use like hot glue or something. I'm not sure how great it is to be strapped to the hard drive. I guess it's kind of a bit below the hard drive, so it's probably okay. And the lights don't generate that much heat, but it's still, a little bit concerning. And down here on the side, as you can see, they're kind of strapped to the fan. Not quite to the heatsink, which is good, because if they were strapped to the heatsink, they might melt. But other than that, it's just kind of interesting to see what people do with these consoles. And I've said this in the past, but if you have a custom console you're interested in selling, or if you just want to, send it to me to make a video on, go ahead and let me know down in the comments or Twitter, Instagram, my website, anything. I'm definitely interested because I like making these videos. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like the content, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite or least favorite thing about this console is. And yeah, thanks for watching.